What is up, everyone? It is Diecastbuffet here again. Guys, we have the 2024 Jimmie Johnson Carvana Toyota Camry in the studio today. Let's hop to the Diecast review. And the Diecast is outside of the box, and what a cool-looking paint scheme. So this is clearly kind of a mini throwback to, of course, Richard Petty, the very iconic Petty Blue. We got the 84, they got the RPM, or you know what it used to be called, RPM or Enterprise or whatever they used to call that team. They've changed it like 1,000 times, and they use that font. But Jimmie Johnson driving a Toyota is just it is it's crazy. Like, I mean, it's cool at the same time, but I'm like, I never thought in a million years. Like, I thought he would maybe have his own team and it'd be like Hendrick 2.0 or something, and him and Jeff Gordon would run the Chevrolet top teams. That's kind of my idea, I thought, because Gordon's probably going to take over Hendrick whenever Hendrick, Mr. Hendrick retires. At the time of this video, I have no idea that that's true or not. Could age like milk, but that's just what the rumor is. Anyways, go to the front of the car here. Got the Carvana logo, which they helped sponsor him in IndyCar when he left the NASCAR Cup Series after 2020, and he went on to IndyCar. I think he did part-time in 21, 22, and then he came back part-time in the Cup Series in 23. So they're I was about to say a legacy sponsor, but then that would be kind of a pun because they're tied to Jimmie Johnson himself wherever he goes. Jimmie Johnson right there on the front windscreen. Again, the Toyota logo, just bananas to me. It's crazy. My mind is forever embedded with the blue and silver 48 car with a Chevy on it. You got 510 horsepower. That's cool that they actually put the accurate amount of horsepower instead of just putting a fictional one. I love the gold outlining that the what do you call it? Legacy Motor Club. That's their official name. I'm still not used to calling them LMC. I love how they actually do the gold outlining on most of their paint schemes. I think it looks fantastic. And sometimes they don't have the metallic gold printing. Fortunately, this one does. Love the new Toyota front ends. You got Camry right there, 84. Got Sunoco, Legacy Motor Club. Go to the left side of the diecast. And I have something kind of funny I wanted to talk about in this video, retaining the Jimmie Johnson to 84 car. So a couple of years ago, I was watching Daytona 500 practice. Hear me out. You're going to find this interesting. Maybe you're not. I don't know. I was watching Daytona 500 practice, and this was the 2002 Daytona 500 practice, or it was before qualifying or during qualifying. And one of the pit reporters, I think it was NBC's coverage, so I think it was 2002. They went up to Jimmie Johnson's garage stall, and it might have been Marty Snyder or Matt Yoakum. I can't remember at the time. Anyways, he didn't say the 48 of Jimmie Johnson. He said the 84 car of Jimmie Johnson, and then he corrected himself and said 48. This was 2002. You know what I'm saying? So it's kind of funny how they said the 84 car of Jimmie Johnson. It was, a little mistake. Sure enough, 22 years later, it was true, or 21 years later, because he drove this car last year in 2023. So I thought that would be something I wanted to share in this video, how like you could probably find it. Again, I don't know if it was the Bud Shootout practice, the Daytona 500 practice, dual practice. I have no idea. Over to the left side of the diecast, you have the 84 logo. Got Carvana. Unfortunately, you can see some bubbles, a little bit of some decal film creasing. That's always fun. Got Dollar Tree right there. American Ethanol. You have your makeshift contingency panel. It's weird how like all the different teams have different ways of portraying the contingency sponsors. And if you haven't seen the recent news, apparently the NASCAR teams can sponsor more areas of the car now. So they can put sponsors right here, like main sponsors on both sides of the fender wells now, I think. Like the front one, I think, was always reserved for contingencies. The A post apparently could have it. This portion right here on the roof, like where the 8 is, the left side of that 8 can now be like the right side of the 4. So that's a new location. The window nets can apparently be colored now. And I seen something about the spoiler as well. I don't know if it was the rear of the spoiler or the front. There's all kinds of new sponsor locations for 2025. I mean, they were wilding with it. So we're going to get probably some rallycross vibes or some rally racing vibes with some of these sponsorship locations. Because in that racing series, they sponsor everything from mud flaps to freaking, oh my goodness, the mirrors on the car. They sponsor anything. So That's interesting. Got Jimmie right there. Cup Series. Got the smallest name rail logo you'll ever see in your life. Got Creed on there. That's pretty cool. Get the B post decal. Go the back end of the car. I like this little makeshift silver chrome bumper. It's interesting. Love the rear Toyota taillights. Those remind me so much of the Dodge Charger Gen 5 era where it had like the single bar taillights. Man, I wish Dodge was in NASCAR. That'd be so cool, man. They could have the Challengers and the Chargers. Oh, my goodness, that'd be so cool. Carvana, 84, Creed, Mobile One, Toyota. Go to the right side of the diecast. Unfortunately, Jimmie Johnson ran quite a bit of paint schemes in 2024. And I don't think more than maybe 2 of them are going to get made. There might be a NASCAR Authentics exclusive, but it just blows my mind how, like, in 2020, Jimmie Johnson had, like, 15 different diecasts made. I kid you not, right? And then in 2024, he might get 1, maybe 2 diecasts made when he ran, like, 8 different paint schemes. It blows my mind. Go to the top of the car, get number 84. Carvana, Johnson, and then Petty 75th anniversary with the Carvana logo. So this is one of the most, like, I don't know, craziest diecasts I've probably ever reviewed, because again, every time I see Jimmie Johnson, I think of the Lowe's 48 car. I think of Team Hendrick and all that stuff. Driving the 84 car, Toyota Camry, it just blows my mind. And he's a team owner in NASCAR as well. Fascinating. So, will he ever get that 84th Cup Series win? That would be interesting. You know, you win in the number 84 car. Could happen. Maybe not. Maybe it will. Maybe he will. Maybe not. I don't know. I mean, the 1.5 mile racing has always been his best style of racing. But let's just be honest. LMC with John Hunter Nemechek and Eric Jones, they don't really have much speed. I mean, I'm just going to keep it real. Since 2023, and they announced they were leaving Chevrolet, they have had a lot of growing pains. But who knows? Maybe it's kind of like MWR. You know, you're just terrible early on, and then you peak, right? You get better, and then you got a championship caliber team. Who knows? Who knows? Furniture Row Racing. I mean, that's a great example. You want to go back in NASCAR history, Furniture Row Racing they were dog water. They were a back marker. They were an afterthought. And then about like 8 years later, they win the NASCAR championship. Almost did it back to back. Can't make it up. That's all for now, guys. Thank you all so much for watching the video. If you'd like to pick up this card, make sure to check out Circle B and see if it has it in stock. I'd imagine they would if they don't have the plastic chassis. Look for the Diecast chassis version over there. And you can use promo code Diecastbuffet at checkout. Help you save on shipping. That is all for now, guys. Thank you all for watching. Have a blessed one. Diecast Buffet. Signing off.